have a quick opportunity here. I want to mention that this game is also going to be available for viewing on the Montgomery College YouTube channel.
Love that thing.
You can go to the Montgomery College YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/Montgomery College, and there you're going to find all kinds of links to MCTV programs, including the locker room, past soccer, basketball, baseball, and volleyball games. And there's lots of other shows, not just sports, that are available on YouTube. Shows like Montgomery College Today, Campus Conversations, State of the Arts, Books and Ideas, and much, much more. And, of course, if you don't have a computer or you're not inclined to watch YouTube, you can always watch Montgomery College Television on your Verizon or Comcast systems in Montgomery County Channel 10. But YouTube is a great way. We've got such an international school here, Sean. We've got players from all over the world. They can have their parents watch them on YouTube.
Right, the Beitka family can see this game, and that's really a cool thing that players of a generation ago just didn't have.
It really is great. I mean, it's amazing. We've gotten letters and emails from all over the country at our office here, people having watched their kids or relatives or just happened onto the Montgomery College YouTube channel on YouTube.
And Rockville has always been an international campus, but read in USA Today the other day, the college athletes from other nations has tripled in the last 20 years, and I would suppose the electronic age has really helped that, not only being able to communicate and recruit athletes from overseas, but them knowing that they're going to be on TV in some way, shape, or form, whether it's satellite or the internet, so their parents, family, and friends can see them play over in America.
Right, they can stay in touch that way. It's so much easier to stay in touch now. No longer do you have to make that long-distance phone call. You can make you can email. You get your computer phone. And boy, Orbe with another nice attempt there, trying to center it. Bowers has played quite well.
She has, and she had the potential assist there, and then wins this 50-50 ball to give them another chance.
There's Orbe. And, boy, Bowers way out of the goal.
She's got to have to hustle back because here comes Rockville again.
Here comes
We just
Smet.
saw Orbe with that last chance, and while the replay was showing, she had another one.
Guzman just missed the top corner. That was a good effort because, as you've said, Sean, the one place to put it where it's going to go in more than half the time are those upper corners.
Absolutely, and in our last televised game against Catonsville, Rockville really outplayed Catonsville through the majority of the game, and on a corner kick, Catonsville had one of those unsavable shots that just glanced off the top of the crossbar and out of bounds, and that's how close it was to an equalizer in a 1-0 win for Rockville.
And we have not seen much offense out of Frederick here in the second half. I don't believe they've had a shot on goal. Am I correct, Sean? I don't think they've had a shot on goal this half.
I believe you're right. There was one challenge deep that was fairly easily thwarted by Katie Vivian.
Rasmick in for Rutherford.
You wonder if Rutherford's done for the day, just with a 3-goal lead and the excellent way that Masha has played this afternoon.
We're almost halfway through the second half as Rockville enjoying a 3-0 cushion here. Rockville, the #1 team in Maryland JUCO, the #2 team in the nation. They've only lost 2 games this year, and they have an amazing goals versus goals against percentage. They've had some real high-scoring games.
And this is, it's a plus and minus late in the year. Rockville has obviously dominated this game. They have a 3-0 lead thus far, but in Coach Wakeman's eyes, she probably thinks it should be 5 or 6-0. So you can take some good out of this game, but you're a little bit nervous that your team's not playing at their absolute best with just a few regular season games still left to play.
No, I think having talked to Kelly Wakeman a lot this season, one of the things she sees here is that she's got a team with tremendous talent, and she wants them to peak at the right time. So obviously you don't want them to peak too early, and you want them to peak. We're getting close to the time where you're going to want them to peak. Obviously, when you get into the tournaments is what the postseason tournaments is where you really want them to peak.
Absolutely, and she has players with the right mentality for that. They practice 6 days a week in the off season. They practice frequently during the season. They're here to win games, and they want to go to Texas. We've talked to them, and that's where they said they want to wind up this year. So, this is not the case of the coach driving the players where they don't intend to go. These are players who are determined to get to Texas, and a coach that knows how to get them there.
They are hungry, and of course, Texas meaning that's where the national tournament will be held this year for women's junior college soccer. It'll be held in Texas, and all to a person when we asked them, well, how far do you think this team can go this year? Texas.
And it was without hesitation. Kylie Rasmick with a pretty solid shot right there. Little space and room to operate. She wanted to see what she can do. And it seems to be a theme of a lot of the players. If they're around 30 yards out and they have some space to shoot, they're going to pull the trigger.
Well, I think that is one thing that Wakeman has also emphasized. She wants them not to be afraid to pull the trigger. And as a matter of fact, there's a few players she'd like to be a little more aggressive, Julia Baca being one.
Absolutely, and a lot of the 2 of the 3 goals today, well, actually all 3 goals, but especially the first 2 were functions of that pressure, that ability to shoot from anywhere on the field. You don't know where it's coming, so you can't position yourself accordingly.
Rasmick with a good attempt there, a little long. Trying to center it for Guzman. And
here's a dangerous one.
Here's a dangerous one, is right. A little hard off the head there of Quinones. Crystal Quinones, one of 4 on this team who went to Covenant Life High School in Gaithersburg. Came over as a unit along with Katie Vivian and Laura Galbraith and Julie Bowers. Really formed the kind of the heart of this team this year.
Absolutely, and it's nice to see the continuity. It's one of the neat features of a junior college is that you get teammates from a solid program that are used to playing together, and then they can continue to play together. You already have some chemistry built in. And on some teams, the negativity of that is you can quickly develop clicks, but not so with this team. All these players get along. They really love playing for each other, and chemistry is so important in team sports. Especially with the unselfish way that these players are asked to play, with players giving up some of their offensive ability to play on the midfield or in the back.
Yeah, Kelly Wakeman feels that a couple of things about that. First of all, she feels the chemistry here is one of the strengths of the team. And the other thing she said is that the core group, the group that came out for the very early preseason practices, made it their business to welcome in any players that were late additions to the squad. And there were a few. And they made it their business to make sure that everybody was a tight-knit group.
And it goes without saying, because we've said it quite a bit, that Kelly Wakeman is an outstanding coach. But you can't measure the impact that you have when you have players who are leaders and players who are welcoming in and kind of sending the message of here's how we practice, here's where we want to go. And then the whole team is bought into that mentality that they're going to practice hard, they're going to have a lot of fun, and they expect to win every game that they play.
Yep, they sure do. And they're not going to be satisfied with anything less than that. So